video. God willing, we'll talk about predictions and a very detailed script for the second season of Queen of Tears, with detailed scenes and precise scripts, as if we were writing the series together. I'll divide it into episodes and scenes. Queen of Tears, Season 2 predictions and detailed scenario. Expected number of episodes, 16. Time frame, 2 years after the end of the first season. Episode 1. Scene 1. Sad opening. Sad music. Camera zooms in on a luxurious house. We see Hee-in and Hee-in sitting alone in front of a large window, holding a photo of her husband, Hyun-woo. She appears to be deep in thought, then whispers, "Greater than, when will you return, the one who taught me the meaning of love?" Scene 2. Hyun-woo's new life. Camera pans to Germany. Hyun-woo now works at a famous law firm, living a simple life. We see him helping Korean refugees there. His colleague, German lawyer Catherine, looks at him with admiration. But she's hiding something. Scene 3. Danger returns. In Korea, Eun-sang, the new antagonist, Hee-in's cousin, appears, trying to take over Queen Group after his father's mysterious death. He's in contact with corrupt businessmen and plotting revenge on Hee-in. Scene 4. Board meeting. Hee-in enters the meeting with aplomb despite her recurring illness. She confronts Eun-sang and boldly says, "Greater than, I won't let you destroy what Hyun-woo and I have built." Scene 5. The surprise encounter. In a touching scene, Hee-in travels to Germany without telling anyone. She goes to Hyun-woo's office. When she sees him, he stands shocked, and she says, crying, "Greater than, I missed you. Have you forgotten me?" Scene 6. The episode's shocking end. In the background, we see Catherine watching the scene from the office window. She picks up her phone and calls a mysterious person, saying in German, "Greater than, I've arrived. The plan has begun." Episode 2. Scene 1. Facing the past. Hyun-woo and Hee-in are at a small cafe, talking about why he left. Hyun-woo says, "Greater than, I couldn't see your pain every day. I was suffocating." Hee-in holds his hand and says, "I need you now more than ever." Scene 2. Eun-sang's plan. In Korea, Eun-sang meets with Catherine, who we discover is a double agent. They come up with a plan to bring down Queen Group by buying shares abroad. Scene 3. Returning to Korea. Hyun-woo decides to return with Hee-in. At the airport, he receives a threatening message that reads, "Greater than, if you return, you'll pay the price." Scene 4. Dramatic airport scene. Hee-in collapses from her illness at the airport. Hyun-woo carries her and cries for help. Slow motion, sad music. Scene 5. Hospital. In Korea, doctors tell Hyun-woo that Hee-in's illness has returned, and that she has less than a year to live without serious surgery. She refuses the operation, saying, "Greater than, I want to live the rest of my life with you, not in a hospital." Scene 6. The shocking end of the episode. Hyun-woo stands on the roof of a skyscraper and speaks to an unknown person who says, "Greater than, help me save her, and I'll do anything you want." The camera reveals the person. It's the old antagonist from Season 1, whom everyone thought was dead. Episode 3. Scene 1. A dangerous alliance. Skyscraper rooftop. Midnight. The person who appeared at the end of the previous episode steps forward. It's Young Chong-wook, the businessman who tried to bring down Queen Group in Season 1. Young smiles sarcastically. "You need me. I thought you were better than that, Hyun-woo." Hyun-woo, tearful, "Help me save her. Money, the company, anything. Just save her." Scene 2. A counter plan. At Yeonsang Mansion, he meets with Catherine. We discover they were old lovers, and their plans are more profound than we imagined. Catherine tells him over champagne. Once she falls, Korea will never be the same. Scene 3. The hospital. Hee-in wakes up in the hospital. She holds Hyun-woo's hand and whispers, "You promised me you wouldn't leave me. Don't start now." Hyun-woo kisses her hand and says, "We will fight together." Scene 4. Gathering allies. Hyun-woo reunites with his old friends from the old office. Lawyer Kim, journalist Park, servant Yoon-hee. Each of them carries evidence of Yoon Sang's corruption, and they begin to compile a massive file. Scene 5. Betrayal. At a board meeting, Hyun-in is surprised when her uncle, a man she trusted, declares his support for Yoon Sang. Her uncle whispers in her ear, "In politics, there's no room for emotion." Scene 6. The shocking end of the episode. The hospital is suddenly shaken by an explosion in the parking lot. Everyone runs, and Hyun-woo screams. Hee-in. The episode concludes with the parking lot ceiling collapsing, and the screen cuts to his screams. Episode 4, Scene 1. Chaos after the explosion. The hospital is filled with smoke and screams. Hyun-in is taken away unconscious. Hyun-woo runs after her stretcher, while Young Chong-wook suddenly appears and saves him from the shards of glass. Scene 2. The plot thickens. Yoon Sang watches the news, smiling. Beside him is Catherine, who says, "This is just the beginning. Wait until you see the end." Scene 3. Back from the dead. At the hospital, the doctors tell Hyun-woo that surgery is necessary to save Hee-in. Hyun-woo stands in front of her bed, looks at her, and then makes the big decision. "I agree. Do the surgery." But the doctor whispers to him, "There's a problem. We only have the rare medicine in Switzerland." Scene 4. A race against time. Young Chong-wook secures a private jet and travels with Hyun-woo to Switzerland. Along the way, we discover that Young actually wants revenge on Yoon Sang as well, due to a past between their families. Scene 5. The fateful surgery. In Korea, Hee-in enters the operating room amid great tension. We see parallel scenes. In Korea, the doctors prepare her. In Switzerland, Hyun-woo runs through Zurich airport with the medicine in his hand, bypassing guards, jumping over barriers. Scene 6. The episode's shocking ending. Moments before the operating room door closes, Hyun-woo appears holding the medicine, shouting, "Wait." The doctor takes the medicine and begins injecting Hyun-woo, while Hyun-woo collapses on the floor, exhausted. Final shot. Hyun-woo's heart appears on the monitor, slowing down, then beating again. Episode 5, Scene 1. Return to life. Hee-in slowly awakens from her coma. Hyun-woo holds her hand, tears in his eyes. Hee-in whispers in a broken voice, "I was confident that you wouldn't leave me." Hyun-woo kisses her forehead and smiles for the first time in months. Scene 2. Counterattack plan. Hyun-woo meets with Young Chong-wook in a secret office. Young throws a huge file on the table. These are all of Yoon Sang's crimes: laundered money, fake stocks, and bribes. Hyun-woo says, "We need one clean slate in front of the press." Scene 3. An unexpected encounter. In Hee-in's hospital ward, Catherine suddenly enters, carrying a bouquet of flowers. Hee-in smiles weakly, "Thank you." But as Catherine leaves, we see her placing a small device under the bed. Scene 4. The night of betrayal. Hyun-woo meets Hee-in's uncle at a fancy bar. He tries to convince him to return to the family side. The uncle says coldly, "I passed by here a long time ago. Save yourself while you can." We later discover that the uncle is working with Yoon Sang and Catherine to create a media scandal against Hee-in. Scene 5. The shocking end of the episode. At a global press conference, a leaked video shows Hee-in speaking in a recorded call. "I just want to get rid of a few people to save the company." The public erupts, the media erupts. Hee-in collapses in the hospital while watching the broadcast. Episode 6, Scene 1. The fall of the Queen. Hee-in temporarily resigns from her position. She tearfully announces on TV, "I will fight to prove my innocence, but I won't allow my company's reputation to be tarnished because of my name." Scene 2. The family showdown. Hyun-woo walks in on Yoon Sang in his office for the first time in a long time. Yoon Sang with a sarcastic smile. "Finally, you came to me on your knees." But Hyun-woo surprises him by saying, "I sent your crime file to the prosecutor before entering this door." Scene 3. Catherine reveals her true face. In a dark scene, Catherine confronts Young Chong-wook and says, "I thought you were the smartest, but you never knew who I really worked for." We discover that she works for a major financial organization that wants to bring down the Korean economy. Scene 4. The Allies return. Journalist Park and lawyer Kim appear on the news with files that publicly incriminate Yoon Sang. The public turns against Yoon Sang, and stocks plummet. Scene 5. The shocking end of the episode. At the hospital, unknown assailants break into Hee-in's room at night, shutting down the machines, and then we hear the medical alarm. Hyun-woo runs through the halls screaming. No. Episode 7. Scene 1. Back from the dead. Doctors save Hee-in at the last moment. Hee-in whispers to Hyun-woo. I'm tired, but I'll fight. Scene 2. The endgame. Yoon Chong-wook declares publicly that he'll take over Queen Group to protect it from collapse. But Hee-in stands before him at a huge conference and says, I won't let anyone steal my inheritance. Not you, not Yoon Sang, not anyone. Scene 3. The Grand Showdown. At a mountain villa, Yoon Sang, Catherine, Hee-in, Hyun-woo, and Yoon gather. Everything is revealed. From murder to betrayal to an old secret that Hee-in's father was the one who destroyed Yoon Sang's family. Yoon Sang cries for the first time and says, all of this was revenge for my father. Scene 4. The shocking end of the episode. Catherine escapes in a private jet, carrying millions of stolen dollars. Hyun-woo chases her to the airport, but the plane explodes before his eyes before he can board. Hyun-woo screams amidst the flames. It's all over! Exclamation mark.